Here's a secret. The most successful YouTubers aren't talking to millions of people. They are talking to one. In this video, I will show you how to discover who that one person is, your perfect viewer, and how to bring them to life. This, my friend, is probably the most important episode to be successful with your YouTube channel. Creating an avatar, a clear mental picture of your ideal viewer, the person who will benefit most from your videos. When you know who they are, you can speak right to their heart. And today I will guide you through 10 simple prompts to help bring your avatar to life. At the end of the video, I will give you the worksheet I'm using and will serve as a good starting point for you as well. Unfortunately, many people ignore this crucial aspect of the avatar. It could seem a bit of boring exercise, but once you are into it, you will find it quite fun to do. To make it fun from the very beginning, visualize your ideal viewer as much as ever possible. And to do it, put a name on it. Call him for George, Stuart, Ian, or her for Betty, Sarah, or whatever name you want. This will help you with two things. While creating your avatar, you start to create a personal relationship with the person. It will help you remember that you are only talking to one particular person, not to a general group of people. I will use the name Steve in this video to illustrate the importance of assigning a name to the avatar. Also add the civil status and occupation to make it even more realistic. Do you remember the exercise we talked about in episode 1? Why are you starting your YouTube channel? What are you good at? What are your skills? What are your passions? What do you love to do? What are the demands in the market? It's quite common and normal, I would say, that we refer to ourselves when creating the avatar, and therefore the exercise in episode 1 can be of good help when creating the avatar. There's a link in the text below if you would like to watch episode 1 again, or click on the link located in the upper corner of your screen. So let's dive into the 10 questions I always use to complete my avatar logically, without forgetting any important details. Question number 1. How old is the person? Are they in their 60s, 70s, or maybe even their 80s? In my avatar, I target people in the age range of 55 and older, retirees or people who will soon retire. To be specific in this exercise, Steve is 65 years old. Why is it so important to specify the age? Just talk to your kids or grandchildren and you will easily notice that the language is different. The interests are completely different and the communication in general is different as well. Never try to cover all age ranges. If you talk to everyone, you're actually talking to no one. Question number 2. What fills their days? Do they still work, volunteering, or maybe spend time on hobbies? What income source do they have? If they're still working, they have a salary, right? But if retired, probably their living is based on a monthly pension check. In my case, Steve is retired and gets his monthly pension check, but he's not happy with it, as the monthly income is lower than his last salary in the corporate world. And he's trying his best to find a way to make more money. Question number 3. Do they have children or grandchildren? Family often shapes what matters most to us. Maybe we want to have some fun now and then together with the grandkids. In my case, Steve has 3 grown-up kids and 5 grandchildren. Almost every weekend they meet and have a nice time together. It could be a barbecue or sometimes taking the grandchildren to a circus or a movie. Question number 4. Do they share life with a pet? A dog? A cat? Or maybe even a parrot can tell us a lot about a person's lifestyle. Steve and his wife, in my case, do not have any own pets, but his children and their families have a dog in one case and a cat in the second case. Sometimes when the children are away, Steve and his wife have to take care of the dog in particular, which can be a challenging task if the dog doesn't obey Steve's commands. Question number 5. What worries them at night? Is it money, health, loneliness, or keeping up with technology? Steve wakes up often at night thinking about how to increase the income. Should he search for an extra job? And in such case, what should it be? No one is interested in higher retiree, is the thought that often passes by in his mind. Should I search for something online? Is another night thought popping up in Steve's mind. Question number 6. What do they treasure most? Is it independence, family, health, or perhaps leaving a legacy? For Steve, independence is the top of his priority list. Do not worry about money will solve most of the problems Steve can see before him. To take his wife on that trip they have been talking about for years, to be able to invite the home family to spend Christmas at the lovely beach somewhere, Steve has no significant problems with his health, as he is exercising daily and eating healthy food as often as possible. In his corporate life, Steve was successfully marketing and left a lasting impression in that area. Steve often thinks about how he could use that knowledge, skills, and experience to make something of it on his own as a retiree. Question number 7. Where do they spend time online? YouTube? Facebook? Or maybe reading blogs? As a typical retiree, for Steve, Facebook is a must. It's where friends and family are sharing photos and different events that I've participated in. However, Steve has recently become a fan of YouTube. It's the place where he can easily get instructions on how to fix certain things. As he likes to jump into the kitchen and experiment with new recipes, he has found YouTube to be a perfect tool. Question number 8. Whose voices do they trust online? Which channels, newsletters, or podcasts do they follow? Steve wants to be updated on what's going on in the world. I frequently go into channels like CNN, CBS News, and even Fox News. But as his idea to start something on his own, he follows various online leaders related to entrepreneurship and sites about how to start an online business. Question number 9. What do they enjoy spending money on? Travel, hobbies, books, gifts for the grandkids? With a limited income, Steve has to be resourceful. Gifts to children and grandkids will never be missing. Traveling and hobbies are limited, as money is an issue. Question number 10 and the last one. What challenges are they wrestling with? What is holding them back? What is frustrating them? In Steve's case, the entire lifestyle is limited by money. The monthly paycheck is not enough to live the life of his dreams, and Steve is daily searching for alternatives to solve the financial situation. By now, you have got 10 answers, but feel free to extend them. The more you put in, the more complete your avatar will be. Let's pull them together. Imagine giving this person a name, like in this case where we made it together with Steve. See them in your mind. Picture a day in their life. And here's a tip. Make an avatar sheet, like the one we made here together for Steve. A one-page snapshot with the name, age, struggles, and what they care about. That way, before you make a video, you can glance at your sheet and instantly know who you are talking to. The more specific you are with your avatar, the better you will create an optimal script for your video. Here's how you put your avatar to work. Before you hit record, ask yourself, would this help Steve? Use their language and answer the questions they would ask. Shape your video topics to solve their challenges and fuel their dreams. The clearer your avatar, the easier it is to make videos that connect. All right, my friend, you now have your first avatar. Take a moment of this video to finish your sheet. The link to the avatar template you can find in the text below here of this video. Then share one fun detail about your avatar in the comments below. I would love to hear it. I cannot stress enough how important this part is. Take your time, no hurry. In our next episode, we will use your avatar to brainstorm video ideas that really land. So don't miss it. And if this helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with another retiree who's starting their YouTube journey. Until the next time, keep creating, keep imagining, and keep having fun.